All right, it's live. Let me start sharing all my stuff. There we are. All right, going to share that to Queen City. All right. And then lastly, everyone. Okay. Now ready to go. All right. Podcast brought to you by Ian Huss, as always, local mortgage guy. Feel free to reach out to him for any of your mortgage needs. As always, Ian's a good dude and good friend of mine, and he'll take care of you. So this week we got on Mike Sechrist, the famous Mike Sechrist. We got some good feedback about Blake last week and his player profile and how he got started and all that. So it's something we're going to try to do for a while and see how it goes, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So Mike, how did you get roped into playing softball? How did you get started?
So I was about 16 or 17, and I was, believe it or not, playing church softball. I had no idea what tournament ball was, what league night was, nothing. And my buddy Zach Dunham asked if I wanted to go play league night out at River City West, and the rest is history. I guess Jimmy Clark seen me out there. That's how I found out about tournaments. Started playing with Jimmy. And then that's when Vicious found me, and that's when I really got into playing tournaments, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, if you could just run through maybe your team history for us real quick, because I'm not even sure if I know it.
Do you have enough time?
Yeah, let's do it.
I think so 2014 was Vicious, and then I played with them for like a year or so. And then 2016 was the Buckeyes. I'm sure you remember the Buckeyes.
Yep, very strong E team back then.
That was probably the most fun I've had playing. That's when E was loaded. It was like us, All Hustle, Indiana's Finest, and then you guys and Stampede was around. And then 2017, I think I was with 2017, 2018, I think I was with the Raptors, I believe. And then halfway through the year, I went up to the Nationals. That's all the All Hustle Buckeyes dudes.
From D to C, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
From D to C. And then I went, I believe after that was Sports Co. Yeah, Sports Co. was after that. That's when we took the B bump. And then after that was pretty sure the Wahoos with Doug Markham. He had asked me to stick around with him for another year. He was taking on all the River Ducks kids. And so I stuck around with him. I think it was me and Dylan. We stuck with him and was there for a year. Then that's when I expanded up to the Dayton teams for a couple of years. I was with the Lookouts and then Donnie Brewer's team, and then back to Cincy, Steve's.
Steve.
The rest is history.
The rest is history. So what's your ultimate goal? Where are you trying to go? Are you go where you're at now? Are you trying to make conference? Or do you have any thoughts?
I mean, everybody's goal is obviously conference, but I'm content right now with this is like the most laid back, relaxing year I've ever had. It's just nice to have a team full of dogs and probably arguably the best sponsor in the game. And then you got a coach who has all his players' backs. Like, I'm having a lot of fun this year. Like, I'm content with these dudes. So I honestly don't know. I'd rather just stay. I'd like where I'm at right now.
Just one day at a time.
Yeah.
See where it takes you.
I'm content.
So how many league nights do you play?
Too many. I think I play Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
So
and then I pick up on Thursdays sometimes when Katie needs me. She'll text me.
Do you do any BP through the week?
I usually try to hit with BB with BB, or I'll hit up Jimmy every once in a while to go hit BP. Me and BB been hitting a lot here recently.
So when you got started, were you doing all these league nights and BP, or did you pick these up as you went to try to improve?
Believe it or not, when I first started, I was one of them young kids that played 7 nights a week. I was at the ballpark every day.
I believe it.
Wasn't getting tired. I mean, I wish I could still do that now, but got a lot of miles now, so definitely can't do that anymore.
Ryan, do you have any questions for Seek here?
Well, so one thing that I've always admired about you, and it's not necessarily about your game, is the fact that your dad still plays and how lucky you are to get to play some tournament games and stuff like that with your dad. You want to talk about how cool that is for you?
That's honestly like the coolest thing in the world. Like, I grew up at the ballpark watching my dad, and to be able to play the game with him is by far the coolest thing ever. Like, and I'm very fortunate to be able to do that. Like, I played 2 league nights with him. I pick him up on my Tuesday team, and then Z Fly plays with us on Fridays. It's the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, I've always been a little jealous of you as far as that goes, man. I think that'd be the coolest thing in the world to step on the field with your dad, especially since you grew up watching him play and stuff like that. So
it's cool. It's definitely something if you ever get the chance to do it, I highly recommend it.
it's definitely one of my goals is to step on the field with my daughter in a co-ed situation or something. I don't know if I can play long enough for Trey, but I might be able to hang around for Peyton.
How long is that? Is that another what?
Trey's 6 now, so that'd be 12 years. I don't even know if I could walk in 12 years, man.
So, Seek, I've noticed, and this is a compliment of sorts. So, I've noticed your game has elevated even from last year to this year. Is there anything that's is it just clicking for you? Is it the game slowing down? Have you put in extra work or?
Age and maturity for one. I think my attitude's definitely improved from when you guys first started seeing me play. And then the work, hitting BP, listening to upper guys that are the local upper guys. Anytime they give you a tip, definitely listen to them. They know what they're talking about. And BP and Jim, they definitely go hand in hand and work. I definitely would recommend that too.
I've noticed your backside shot's gotten a lot better. You're painting that first base line with authority now, and even when you're the hitter, you stay within yourself and you take your best shot, and that's not easy for a lot of guys to do. So you've become a complete hitter. You could always play the outfield real well. So kudos to you, buddy.
Appreciate that.
Yep.
Appreciate that.
Ryan, anything else before we move on to the Prize-A-Palooza?
No, I agree. When I first saw you playing in the E, you guys played in the E City Slam or the D City Slam, and you ended up beating my team. And when I knew you were a player there, if you're 4 for 4, we couldn't get you out. So it's been fun watching you grow, and hopefully sky's the limit for you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Before we move on, Bruns and Bogus are looking for a Metro Open team. Good luck to them. You guys aren't going to pick them up, Seek?
Nah, that's not my call. That's out of my jurisdiction.
Well, I know
how did Bogus's team do in the Open City Slam?
I think he played with the Kings, and it was just they literally just got bumped because of him. So kudos to them. I mean, they were scrappy. We played them. We ruled them, obviously, but they hung around for a little bit.
So why doesn't he play with the Kings?
It's a good question. Sounds like a bogus question.
So, Seek, you got an offer to play on Crosley. Congrats if you want to make that switch.
I'm happy with Steve's, but I appreciate it.
Seek hit tracks is apparently impressive. I'll have to check that out sometime.
Yes. Screw hit tracks. That's all I'm saying.
And
it's fun. It's different, but
he wants to know if you gay miss him. So that's between you guys. You guys can talk about that later. Until then, we'll do Prize-A-Palooza. So it looks like the E tournament, they didn't do a 2-and-out for the elimination. The Flock wins. Did any of us pick the flock last week? I don't think so. I think I had Dark Waters. I forget who you had.
I'm pretty sure Blake picked him, didn't he?
Blake
Yeah,
picked him?
I thought Blake picked
Oh,
the flock.
That guy. That's the one thing he knew last week. He didn't know the rules. He didn't know what team he was on, but he knew it was winning the East.
That dude is the John Gruden of softball, I swear. I say it all the time.
So congrats to the flock. I wouldn't say they walked through it. They had 2 one-run wins towards the end. They beat Omen 16-15, and they beat the Funk 13-12. So nice run by them. Another top finish. It seems like those are piling up on them. So congrats to them. And then we'll go to the CD. And Rhino, this is a conversation we've been having every week, so let's continue to have it. So Tiger Fitness wins the CD. They played with 3 home runs, then in the ending, if I remember right, because I stopped up for a little bit. And then they also gave them the 5 runs. And they still basically walked through this thing.
I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what you can do.
Right. So, like I've been saying, I think that the jump from C to D right now is huge, and I don't know what to do about it. Because obviously we want more C teams, but I think it's just such a massive jump. And again, I could be wrong, but I think this kind of proves that if they're giving up 5 runs, they're playing by D rules, and they still, the winter bracket final game was 24-9, and then it looks like they didn't even play the final. So, and then
Who got back to them?
It was a team called Clark Concrete, which was interesting. I watched them play the Suspects. Nothing really stuck out, but they were a solid team, and they lost early and made it all the way back. So, if you're doing that, you're doing good things. But,
right.
Yeah, I'm just going to double check. So Tiger Fitness wins there 24-9. They beat Creekers 22-11. They beat – here's a close game. So this is the game I was watching. I thought it was over, and I left. They won that one 32-31 against Nova. So
Nova's tough.
Yeah.
If you haven't had a chance to see them play, they're tough. I know
I
a couple
watched
of the
them.
guys on that team.
Solid team. So that was really their only game. So yeah, I don't know. The C to D again, I think it's a huge jump. Let's see, Tony Brown. Oh, okay. They said I pumped you up. Tony said I pumped you up too much, Zeke. So we'll have to bring you back down to earth.
Good old Tony Brown. Don't worry, Dave does it enough.
Dave Grome?
Yeah, he's makes sure to humble me up any chance he gets.
Gotcha. So Prize-A-Palooza, Tiger Fitness wins the CD. Was a nice event. I stopped out for a couple hours. A little too hot for me, but then again, it's going to be hotter this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be brutal.
Any more on the Prize-A-Palooza, Rhino, or Seek?
Who won what was the big prize given away this year?
I don't know. Unfortunately, I didn't pay attention to that, so I apologize to Nikki and them, but I don't know what they gave out. King of the Hill, Friday. Seek, have you played this before? I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I played it last year with SMU. It's actually, them fields are super nice. I like that complex.
Flash.
Just the grass infield is different. It takes away some hits from you, but
yeah, I heard that makes a big difference. I don't know that I've ever played with the grass infield, so it just slows the ball down quite a bit as you're trying to poke it through a hole.
Yeah, so you gotta hit the back of the dirt or hit line drives. You can't chop it through like other people normally do. But other than that, it's a super nice complex.
So what's the format? So everybody plays in the same bracket on Friday, and then Saturday it's just open C and D or open CB.
I believe so. I think the D and E teams drop down to their brackets if they lose. Okay. I'm not 100% sure.
Gotcha. So you're more familiar with these teams from up north. Who's some teams to watch out for in this tournament?
Obviously, Young Money. They should be pretty good.
Imagine Nature Boys will probably be loaded up.
Nature Boys, I'm sure, would be good.
Old Bag of Nails.
JBO.
Is that the normal Old Bag, or is that a different one?
a good question.
Gotcha. So we got Tiger Fitness, lower team, and for the D, and then we also had New Wave. I didn't see any of our other D teams in it. So I guess everybody's taking the weekend off. It's hot enough. Is that why you guys are taking the weekend off, Rhino? It's too hot?
We don't play One Nation.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
Yeah. Is Legacy not in it this weekend?
Legacy is also not in it, which was surprising.
I think their golf outing is this weekend.
Oh, makes sense.
Seems like some bad scheduling.
Yeah, so it's us and Steve's for the C. No Tiger. They don't play One Nation either. And then it's the lower Tiger and New Wave for the D. And I think that's the only teams we got playing it. So that's that.
Is that a Dassault Yabo? Is that team up there? They in it?
Yeah, the Salts, they're pretty solid too.
Yeah, they're usually pretty good.
Yep. So we got JBL Power, Extreme Associates, Dutchman Turn 2, TFAN. Always, that's a team out of Michigan. Always really good.
Yeah, they're solid.
Syndicate, that's Pomfrey and them guys. They're going to hit it, especially with extra home runs. They'll be dangerous. TaylorMade, Young Money Open, which means Young Money's already loaded. That means they're even more loaded. Steve's Grizzly, you guys got some pickups. Are you allowed to say, or is it a secret?
They went to Chattanooga with us, so I'm sure everybody knows.
Steve's picks up BB and Cromwell. Days, I'm sure they're going to be coming up loaded up. Nature Boys, they're probably coming down with a strong team. Super Friends out of Michigan. Again, if it's open, who knows who you're going to play. Pittsburgh Sports Bar, Ohio Resistant Premier. I don't know them. And then Ohio Old Bag of Nails. So nice little turnout. Hopefully we play some different teams. Usually when this happens, we usually end up playing the same teams. So we'll probably play Steve's 3 times somehow.
It'd be nice to play somebody else and expand more, but that's how it always goes. We'll go down to Worlds and play each other, I'm sure, too.
What time does it start Friday?
Play. What time do they start? I think they start at looks like
5.
5, yeah. I think the Flyers said 4, but it looks like the earliest game time is 5. How's the parking out there? See?
Well, it's a big complex, so there's multiple places to park. It's not terrible. I know it's $5 per person to park.
Oh, is that what it? See, there's no gate. You just pay to park.
Yeah, you pull in and somebody's standing there taking money. Can't get through anybody.
So Chris Day seems to be a big fan. So the best team you were ever on was the Arizona team? What does that mean?
He's an idiot. I went out to Vegas with him 1 year. Played softball.
Chris, you want to hop on since you're such a big fan? You can come on if you want, buddy.
So you say you went out to Vegas, and was that the year it got moved to Arizona?
Yeah.
Who were you with? Were you playing? You weren't playing D, were you?
No, that was right before the Lookouts. Chris.
Okay.
Chris took a team out there, and just a bunch of dudes who just picked the team up. Just went out there.
So I went out there with Smash Brothers that year, and we ended up drawing Frickers in round 1. 2 Ohio teams out there. We played each other in round 1 in the World in Arizona.
Yep, that's how it always goes.
Chris, I sent you an invite. So let's see what Chris wants. So what's he doing? All right. So the Arizona, that was the 2020 year when everything was closed down due to COVID. Is that why they switched it?
Yeah.
How was Arizona? Is it a good place to play?
I mean, the ball traveled there. The parks was nice. I mean, as soon as that sun went down, though, it got cold. But it was warm during
surprisingly,
the day.
I had a blast out there. I thought the fields were fantastic. So that dry heat out there, it wasn't too terrible.
Yeah, it's fun.
We almost had a couple guys die. They started doing backflips off the roof of the house into the pool. So that was interesting.
God.
You gonna name names?
Travis Troxel. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Travis was
about
probably
right.
one of the most. He's one of the most athletic people I've ever seen. I mean, it was just insane how effortlessly he jumped up onto the roof off a garbage can, backflip into the pool with ease. His mom going crazy. It was
Like
good
she was
time.
excited or she was upset?
No, she was very upset. Very
Okay.
upset.
He played center field for him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's solid. Definitely solid out there.
If he's doing backflips off the roof or whatever, I would hope so. Hope nobody like me's out there doing that.
Yeah, I don't think you and I can pull that off, Zeke. I couldn't even get up on the roof, so.
DJ was mad at us because we didn't call it the Peckers seat.
He'll be all right.
Peckers
Shout
Friday
out.
night, Rumpke's last 22 years.
On, I made
Shout
it.
out Peckers.
I figured it out.
gosh.
You got it, dude?
Yeah, what's up?
We got the TV in the back going?
Yeah, I got MLB Network, but I can't watch the Reds
Why?
because it's blacked out for some reason.
They already played today, buddy.
You know what I meant, though.
Oh.
You know what I meant. So, Mike, why are you
Chris.
acting like the Arizona team wasn't good enough for you?
Never said that. How's
Yeah,
the
but
baby?
you act like, oh, it's just an Arizona team. Like, this is what people have been talking about. You know, the way you've been acting and stuff. You can say the team was good. It's okay to say the team was.
Well, how'd you guys finish? I mean, you're
We,
good.
we,
won.
we won the whole thing with me.
Chris Day painted a cross on one cheek and a teardrop on the other, and I got to paint it.
So you guys won world? Is that
We had Brock, we had Hector, we had who else?
So you cheated.
A little
Well,
bit.
no, I was on the team. We had
Don't work like that.
we had Hayslip, we had who's the Scott guy that was on
Oh,
the
Scott Troyer.
Scott Troyer. Do we have Elmo
Yeah, we had Elmo was there. He played in
before or after steroids?
I don't know, bro.
We don't dip into that, dude. Like, whatever happens,
I
happens.
was asking. I didn't know.
We don't judge.
Frankie Russo.
Yeah, Frankie Russo was there.
Who else did we have? Come on, we have one more guy.
Foreman pitched.
Fuck. Who played center?
I think Brock did. I wasn't right.
So, Chris, where did you play?
Third base.
So you tried to hide him at third.
Yeah.
That's where he just kind of goes. Like, you really have no choice. He just goes right
I
there.
will say Chris hit probably the furthest home run I've ever seen.
I did kill
that Arizona air that's different.
I don't think anybody knew what was going on when I hit it.
And he pinned it, and me and Foreman looked at each other. We're like, "Did that really just happen?"
Bro, are you
You
eating
can ask Jimmy Warren. Back in the day, I used to be able to play in 16. You know, it was all right. What are you guys doing? You got the game just kind of seems like it's down this year, and it's a little hurtful to watch from the side.
Because Chris Day no longer plays softball.
I know. Well, I'm on the bigger things now. I got the kids upstairs and sleep.
Kids? Multiple?
Kid. Well, probably kids somewhere, but kids upstairs asleep. Hold on, real quick, Mike. Should we tell them about Vegas before we went to Arizona, or no?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Well, I'll do that at Metro. I'll do that at Metro Boomin because you'll be in your atmosphere there. Then you gonna be playing with Cam?
No.
No.
Is Cam playing?
I don't know. So who's the best team right now in C? Tiger Fitness or Steve? There's only two teams I see that play down there. It's the same fucking thing every weekend. Aren't you guys bored?
Don't forget Flies.
Oh, it's the same thing. You guys are all the same thing. Like all the same solid C team.
We're all the same team? What do you mean?
I mean, you're all kind of the same.
In what way?
Somebody's texting on the side like, "Oh, well, we beat Flies like 7 times." Is there three C teams down there?
I don't think any C team down here has beat us 7 times.
You get what I'm saying.
Okay.
What else is going on? Ryan, what are you doing? See your tattoo. Can you guys start a petition for Susan to block me?
What'd you just say?
Can you guys?
She blocked you?
Well, yeah,
She
Ryan,
blocked
what did
you?
I say that one night for her to block me?
Oh, Susan?
Yeah.
I don't know. Text her.
Well, yeah, I think you're confusing me with Ryan Collins.
Oh, who are you?
I am definitely not Ryan Collins.
I thought you were Ryan Collins. I thought we were friends. Never mind.
No, this is
You
Ryan.
have no
Richmond.
idea what's going on right now.
No, I know about his tattoo, and I know about you being blocked. Yeah, I read all the stuff. I just don't ever comment on it.
So do you know Mike Crewy?
I do know Mike Crewy
That's
pretty
my
well,
friend.
actually.
He's my friend.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware.
Well, what else you guys want to talk about?
You came on here, man. You talk finance.
Well,
or
I know
whatever.
it's been a while. I've been trying. I might go to the Dayton tournament this weekend. J. Rob's getting inducted. Justin Robinson,
Is that the memorial?
No, that's for the people that have passed. This is for legends of the game. So I'll probably be nominated next year.
2025, Chris Day.
Yeah, for sponsors and life coaching.
You going the Hall of Fame? You think?
For life coaching, yeah, easily.
Think so?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Nobody look at the fucking softball community. Jesus fucking Christ.
What do you mean?
It's pretty bad. It's bad. Right now it's bad. It's really hurtful to watch. People fighting, people not being able to pay their bills, people needing gas money. It's a hobby. I'm gonna rant again. But I'm not going to rant. I'm not gonna do that.
So are you sending these people gas money that needed it or what?
Well, like, seriously, here's the thing I don't understand about people that like, oh, we need a sponsorship, we need this or that. Softball's a hobby, right? Mike, you hate this right now. I know that. Softball.
No,
softball's
just
a
chilling.
hobby. You play from what, March to October? And 15 guys on a team, would you say that's typically normal?
Sure.
Would you say it costs $1,000 per guy per year to play? If you divided all the tournaments out, it's 15 grand. That's if you're just like, you're not buying 7 fucking uniforms that are all sick. You're not buying, a new uniform for this tournament. Like, you buy 2 uniforms. You don't have to have 7 hats, Browns on.
You said boot this guy.
That's a ton of baloney. So what I'm saying is you have from March until October, what is that, 10 months? Is that not 9 months? I don't know. Whatever. That's $100 a month to play a sport that is a hobby.
Yep.
So if you go hunting or fishing, like, do you have people sponsoring you to go hunting? Like, how expensive is hunting?
I'd say pretty expensive.
I would say expensive. It's like, well, I go 4 weeks. Like, I don't, but I'm saying in general, that's a hobby. Like, oh, I need a sponsor for that. So you could literally set aside $5 a day and just pay to play softball every weekend. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's so difficult.
People don't pay their bills and stuff, dude. Like,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's easy enough to pay your light bill. It's easy enough to pay your gas bill. It's easy enough to pay all that, but people don't. I don't know.
It's
why.
your fault.
It's my
I'm
fault.
trying to help people. I don't like seeing people do that.
Well,
Just like employees, I yell at them like, "What are you doing? Why are
it's
you?"
probably 60% America. It's not just softball.
I know, you're right. Nah, I'd say more softball.
I think you're just around a lot of softball seats.
I know. I do see it a lot. And then the text I get on the side, like, what are you doing? Well, what else, guys? I'm sure I'm annoying more than half the people on here in this.
No,
and Ryan,
you're good.
Ryan, what's your last name?
Richmond.
Oh.
Richmond, you were supposed to play with us in the Metro 35 and over board of SG Tiger Fitness. You never showed up.
Ooh, here we go. Now let's talk about
You're
this.
right. He's right. Aren't you glad I didn't now?
No, because the guy that we had to put over there was not. We would have been better off putting a chair over there, just getting the ball that hit the chair.
Stouter? Where'd you put Stouter? In left?
No, he was Stouter was in left. Yeah.
Jesus.
Look, we had to put Radish at short.
You put Radish at short? Well, I apologize for not coming.
Which tournament
was it? The 35 and over Metro.
Last year?
No.
A couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
So since you brought up Mike Crewy, what's your greatest Crewy getting thrown out of the game story?
Well, I've only been on his team once, and that was only for like 4 games because I had a kid and I stopped coming. So I don't really have any good moments of that. I don't have.
He's got some.
What's that?
He's got some legendary performances getting thrown out of the games back in his younger day.
I wish I could have seen him when when C softball was good back in the day, and they always forget what Cooper used to do.
Cooper was solid. Pure Romance, CAP back then. Who am I
Pure
missing?
Romance, yeah.
That's kind of the three big ones.
Weasel was their third base coach. Was his name Weasel or Whistle?
Weasel.
Is he still around?
He's still alive. He's not around.
Still Weasel?
Still Weasel.
He is a weasel.
Grass kicks ass.
Grass kicks ass.
Why would be so?
This is your friend?
That's my friend Mike. Yeah. Mike, you're the one that texted
I think this is your friend too.
He's a fucking loser.
Does he pay his bill?
No.
Chris 100% does. Chris Wilson does pay his bills.
You got anybody else to shoot on, Chris, or are you good? Did you get it all out?
Hold on. I don't know if I'm going to tear Chris Wilson here yet or not. He said he was going to come work for me on Fridays, but guess what? He hasn't showed up.
Hey, bro. Bills always paid.
Bills always paid. Yeah, that means not paying your credit card bill in full. It doesn't mean it's paid.
Oh, here we go. Moving the goalposts.
Any more comments? How much you lose in Vegas? One of your bedrooms in your house, bud.
He doesn't have one.
Oh, you don't have credit cards anymore? Okay. Did your dad still pay for your truck when you're 30 years old?
You talking to me?
No. Talking to Wilson. He'll respond. Anyways,
okay. Steve's nervous. I'm on Young Money's roster, and they struggled to beat my low-tier C team.
That's good. All right, guys. I got to get off. I'm glad you got to see me.
Yeah, I'm glad too, buddy.
Bye.
See ya. That was fun. You guys ain't got anything else you want to talk about today? Any more softball stuff? Anything in general? Anything you got to get off your chest?
What how you guys feel about them lowering the price of the Open Metro?
I think that's a great move. I think I would encourage more teams to do it, because you don't get better just playing lower comp all the time. I started in E, and I always wanted to play the upper comp. I wish lower teams would want to do it more. It's how you get better. It's how you learn stuff.
How do you think it's going to work?
I hope it does. I don't know if it will, because we still got people who are scared to play the guys, which I get it, because at the same time, $100 to learn stuff and play better comp, I'd say do it.
So my thought is, if more of the lower teams get in it, the odds you draw on one of them good teams in round one go down drastically, and you'll get to play some of the teams that are at your level on the big stage in front of everybody. So I definitely encourage people to sign up for it and do it.
I'm with you. To answer Crew's question, no prime time this year.
Man, who am I going to play in round one?
Steve.
Yeah, probably.
There's only 5 or 6 upper teams, 30+ lower teams. Good chance you don't play an upper team.
I'm with him. Like, highly encouraged everybody to get in the Open.
The year that we won the A, we played Wahoo's first and Steve second. Went 0-2 in the Open, and then we ended up winning the A. That's pretty interesting. So, yeah, we got a bad draw that year. But that means there was a bunch of teams that got some good draws. So, you know, it's a blind draw. Who knows what happens? $100. Worst case, you're on $100. Seek, would you pay the $100 for your team to play in it if you're a lower team? Would you pull out of your pocket?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's like the experience alone is cool.
Yep.
If your team's struggling for $100, call up Slim. Tell him you want to umpire on Friday night. He'll give you 4 games. There's your $100. Be done with it.
Like, if you got 15 dudes on a team, you can easily divide $100. What's that, like $10 a person? Everybody throw in
somewhere in between there.
Like, can't be too expensive. Just divide it all.
Make sure you get a calculator, see.
I don't care enough.
All right.
Does your cousin still play, Mike?
Mine or him?
Is the other Sechrist?
He just all he does is work. He works like 2 or 3 jobs now. I've tried to get him back out.
Chris Day must be his life coach. He got to pay his bills, man.
Yeah. He wasn't having as much fun, I guess. It's just not for him. But he's good. I wish he'd play again.
I heard he's better than you. I've been told that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Hear it
true.
all the time.
Alrighty.
I'm not gonna compare myself to family. I want him to succeed, but I wish he'd play again. He's very capable to play at the C level.
Anything else, boys? Or are we all good?
No, have fun this weekend out at Flash, boys.
It's gonna be hot. I'm gonna be miserable. But we'll talk to you guys next week. See you guys.
Hydrate.
Yeah.
See ya.
Later.